There are no requirements that need to be met in order to struggle with your mental health. Actually, no, I take that back. There is one requirement, and that one and only requirement is that you are a human being. If you are human, then you meet the guidelines required to struggle with your mental health. There have been so many lives lost to this terrible illness needlessly because of the ignorance, misinformation, and a long-standing negative relationship that Black people have had with their mental health. If you wish to go straight to the video, I have chapter timestamps listed in the description box below. Feel free to skip this introduction. Welcome to my channel. I am Fronten'a, and today I'm going to be reading you a very personal article that I wrote with regards to depression. It is titled, "Depression Don't Work Like That." For the written version of this blog, feel free to visit me on my website. The link will be listed below. Now, I wasn't going to say nothing, but since y'all brought it up, go ahead and make sure you subscribe. Go on now. I'll wait. Woo, child, I thought I was going to have to tell y'all twice. Ooh, and really quick, please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps me bring awareness to more people. Okay? Now, let's get into this audio blog. I cannot tell you how many times I've heard, "How can blank be depressed when they have millions of dollars?" Or, "How can blank be depressed if they have that beautiful home?" How can somebody with that beautiful marriage and an equally as beautiful family be stressed or anxious about anything? Here's the thing. Depression don't work like that. Depression does not pick and choose who it will affect. Y'all act like mental health sits around and is like, you know what? Since this person is in a lower tax bracket, here you go, depression on ya. Or, you know what? Because this person doesn't have a strong family support system, here you go. Depression does not care one bit. Depression is not selective. Depression just is. Just because someone is rich, they can still struggle with their mental health. Just because someone is famous, they can still struggle with their mental health. Just because someone is accomplished, they can still struggle with their mental health. Just because someone has met all of their year-to-date goals and exceeded them, they can still struggle with their mental health. Just because someone has a beautiful family, they can still struggle with their mental health. Just because someone has a beautiful marriage, they can still struggle with their mental health. Just because a person has a strong support system around them, they can still struggle with their mental health. And just because someone is a man or a woman of God, they can still struggle with their mental health. There are no requirements that need to be met in order to struggle with your mental health. Actually, no, I take that back. There is one requirement, and that one and only requirement is that you are a human being. If you are human, then you meet the guidelines required to struggle with your mental health. There have been so many lives lost to this terrible illness needlessly because of the ignorance, misinformation, and a long-standing negative relationship that Black people have had with their mental health. Black people have ignorantly linked mental health and Christianity together for so long that it seems impossible to separate the two. Having an illness that you did nothing to bring upon yourself should have no bearings on one another. Admitting that you are suffering from any illness should not bring shame or a disbelief by those around you that you have faith in God. That pisses me off to no end when people say things to and about someone who is dealing with such a debilitating and dark illness in a way that makes it seem as though it's their fault. So many people are walking around every day struggling and suffering because the people around them are constantly telling them that what they are facing is not a thing, that they should be able to just get over it, that they need more faith, that they need to push on just like they do, that this is happening because they have not been going to church enough or praying enough. None of these things have anything to do with someone's mental health. When a person is struggling with depression and reaches out to you for help, how dare you use your assumptions and misnomers that can be very harmful to a person? Use that and call that help. That is not helpful. You are not helping. What you are doing is making that person feel like they have no one to turn to. As someone who has battled depression for so long, I can tell you without a doubt that when a person finally feels ready to turn to someone and ask for help, either directly or indirectly, I need you to know that you were probably the only person that your loved one felt comfortable enough to reach out to. Now, knowing this, do you feel comfortable with the response, the support, or the lack thereof that your loved one received from you is going to be what they need to seek professional help? Do you feel confident that what you offered them is strong enough to be the difference between seeking help and winning their battle with depression, or not seeking help and them losing their battle with depression? We gotta start having real conversations here. We have been tiptoeing around the idea of depression and moreover suicide. Whether or not you believe it or not, suicide is not really a choice. Suicide is a person who has fought a tough battle, probably alone, being too broken to fight anymore. People sit around and call those who have lost their battle with depression to suicide selfish, that they were too weak, and that they are now headed to hell because they couldn't overcome an untreated or undertreated disease that they did not ask for. I have never heard someone suffering a different type of dangerous disease be described as weak or selfish. For instance, when someone loses their battle to cancer, the loved ones left behind will often say they fought a hard fight, or they were so brave during that battle. And as they should, because I've lost a number of loved ones to cancer, and it is a very tough disease that you have to fight through. But what you need to know is when you are fighting for your life, you are strong no matter the illness. We have to stop telling people that need you that they were selfish because they didn't think of you while they were fighting for their life. And the thing is, depression is such a treatable disease, but we don't seek help because of the stigma that has been ignorantly placed on it. I have fought to exhaustion and had 2 very close brushes with death. No one understood how dark it was for me. No one understood how alone it was for me. And no one made me feel like they even really believed me when I said, I can't take another day of this hurt. So you see, my attempt at suicide wasn't a choice that I made. It was the only way I could see to end that tremendous hurt. Had the people around me understood that all I needed was support and love, for someone to wrap me up in their arms and say, you are not alone. For someone to say, even though I may not understand, I will be at your side while you fight. You will not fight alone. Those simple words of encouragement would have been enough to make me fight another day. Thankfully, God saw fit to leave me here. God knew that I had a mission to do, and there was no way He was going to let me come home until I completed it. If you are going through that dark place, please seek help. The mental health professionals are there to help you, and they do care. They want to see you get better and stay better.
I did read an article talking about 7 seconds, and it said that you were at first hesitant to take that role. Why?
I mean, look at this young man that is my most, this makes me happier than anything in the whole world. And to know that I was going to have to be in a space of a mother losing her child for 6 months, it was terrifying. I didn't realize that was the reason why. In my mind, I told myself, I don't need to play another mother. I need to chill on a mother role for a while. But as I was in it, and Vina Sood was so sure that I needed to be the mother, and as I was in it and we were working on the show, I realized it was just my own fear of being in a place that I don't ever want to be in life, you know?
The loved ones around you may not be able to understand what you are facing, but it doesn't mean they don't love you or don't care about you. They just don't know. But there are people out there that do. Please fight. Even if just one more day. Because you are loved. You are needed. And one more day could be all that is needed to get you on a path to recovery. I love you. God loves you. You are not alone. I have left some resources in the description box below. Please use them. I am here. Be mindful of how you allow others to handle you, and forgive yourself for how you've handled you. Please consider becoming a part of my village. I think you'll like it here. Until next time.